Hello everyone, Satorn here, giving you 5 screens in Viki 3 you may have missed, ones that I'm realizing, wow, I really should have known these earlier, so I'm hoping these help you out. If you missed some, put them down in the comments below. If I don't have them in the video, let's get into it. One screen that I didn't really go to often, which I'm going to now, is the journal. You can see here there's a bunch of potential journal entries I missed. What happens is they can time out over time. So this one will time out in 9 years, and it gives you kind of little goals to do, and it helps direct your country a little bit. You don't need to do these, but they do trigger events. I wish you could hover over the events and see what the benefits are, but overall, I'd say these are pretty good, and maybe somebody can put down in the comments which events they've seen that are probably the most powerful. Another screen that you may not go to too often is the cultural screen. And here underneath there's a tab called nation formation. So this is where you can form your nation. So if you want to form Germany or maybe some other ones, I hope they add more into the game, but this is how you do it. I saw some questions out there, people trying to figure this out. So it's buried underneath the culture screen. The third screen is under diplomacy. There's a tab release subject. So if you want to release maybe some states, this is what you could do if one's causing you a lot of problems. Like, for example, maybe I have one where I took over a culture that's having a bunch of turmoil and I don't want to have to deal with it. You can do that, and what they'll do is they'll end up becoming a subject. The last 2 screens are underneath budget. The first one is states, which I think is pretty cool. There's a tab here which you can actually sort by wages or by expenses, and you can see how your different states are doing, and you can hover over them and it'll give a breakdown, which I think is really, really interesting. So for example, I can see Union here, my taxes are very low, my expenses are very high, but overall I know why. I could look at this and I could go back and see that I'm not incorporated yet. So since this is still happening and it's taking time for it to become part of the nation, I'm not collecting, the amount of taxes that I need. The same screen here, assets, I think is also very important, because what you can see here is if you're taking out loans or if you want to declare bankruptcy. Some people were asking about that. It's all underneath here. You can also see the interest rate you're taking it out at. 21% is kind of crazy, and the amount of credit you have. I hope you all found this video useful. I know definitely I'll be checking the journal tab a lot more often underneath cultures forming a nation. I think that's interesting to check out, as well as diplomacy releasing a subject. If you have one that's kind of causing a problem, or maybe a state or two, that I think this could be useful. And then also checking underneath budget and your states and your assets. I think the state screen here I'm going to use a little bit more often. If you like this type of information, hit that like, subscribe, notification button. They're free. And as always,
For the swarm.